Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment or two, then subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications of whenever we release new videos. Also, please remember to share them to your social media. The smoke wafted from the campfire as it slowly drifted across the tall grass. Gulnaz Asayeva sat cross-legged near the fire, stirring the pot with a long wooden ladle, while laughter rippled through the group gathered around her. The air was warm, thick with the mingled aromas of stewed meat, fresh herbs, and the earthly sweetness of the forest. It had been a good day, a retreat from the concerts and deadlines, a chance to breathe, eat, and simply exist beneath the birch canopy. Vadim Fatkhinurov stood nearby, slicing bread on a flat rock, his voice rising above the chatter as he cracked a joke that sent another round of laughter echoing through the clearing. Behind them, the linden leaves shifted gently in the breeze, birds chirping overhead, and somewhere deep in the woods, a branch snapped, just loud enough to be noticed. At first no one thought much of it. The forest always made noise. A wild boar, perhaps, or just the wind kicking up. But then there was a second sound, closer this time. Low rustling through the underbrush, steady and deliberate. Gulnaz paused, spoon frozen in midair. She turned toward the sound, squinting into the green tangle beyond the tree line. Vadim followed her gaze, his expression faltering as the rustling intensified. Conversation fell away. A silence bloomed among them, somber and sudden. From the brush came a deep, rhythmic crunching of leaves and twigs. Then the foliage parted, and a shape emerged. A massive brown shape lumbered toward them. A brown bear picked up the scent of the food and was coming in for one reason, to eat. It wasn't running, but still coming in way too fast for the picnickers to think. Every movement it made exuded power and speed, as if it knew nothing there could stop it. Someone screamed, high and sharp, cutting through the stillness. The bear's eyes locked onto the group. The frozen terror broke. Chairs tumbled, hands grabbed phones and arms and each other. Then the clearing erupted into motion. What followed was chaos. Welcome back to Scary Bear Attacks. Just west of the Ural Mountains in Russia is a republic called Bashkortostan. Within its borders are miles of uninterrupted forests, draped over rugged hills and crossing torrential rivers, racing to get to lower elevations. Biodiversity in this area is vast, as the ecology and habitats remain largely untouched from thousands of years ago. The forests of Bashkortostan were alive with summer buzz on August 5, 2025, when a group of friends gathered beneath the birch and pine canopy for a peaceful outing. The heat of the day was giving way to a cool evening breeze. Shadows stretched long across the forest as the scent of wood smoke and simmering food mingled with the clean, earthy smell of the meadow. This part of Russia, where the southern Urals begin to roll into gentle hills, offers a refuge from the noise of modern life. Among those who came to enjoy it that day was popular local singer Gulnaz Asayeva, an honored artist of Bashkortostan, known for her warm voice and strong ties to her Bashkir heritage. The Turkic tribe of the Bashkirs had converted to Islam around the year 1000, but had held fast to animist beliefs that tied them closely to the land and the animals that lived there. Many of those beliefs identified bears as a guardian spirit of the land and people. Some say the bear was a human in a past life, and that it was sent to bridge the divide between the human world and the world of the bear. The group had set up their picnic in a grassy clearing, surrounded by birch forest. They built a fire, placed a cooking pot over the flames, and settled into conversation as their stew began to simmer. Around them stood a mix of trees common to the region. Tall birch with their peeling white bark, dark green pines, and broad-leaved linden trees that offered gentle shade. In the underbrush, thickets of wild rosehips and hawthorn flourished, with the bright red berries of lingonberry and the dusky sweetness of cloudberry scattered beneath. This lush and temperate region supports a thriving population of moose, elk, and wild boar. Predators also dwell here, including wolves and lynx, but the most formidable and unpredictable of all is the brown bear. Brown bears have roamed the forests of Bashkortostan for untold eons. Though solitary and usually wary of humans, they're omnivores with powerful noses, and they can cover large distances in search of food. More descriptively, they're predators and opportunistic feeders, meaning they subsist on insects and shoots, nuts and berries, but would rarely pass on a chance to kill for meat or scavenge for scraps. The presence of cooked meat, bread, and stew near an open fire can draw a bear from miles away if the wind is right. That may be exactly what happened on that summer evening, as Asayeva and her friends unknowingly found themselves in the path of the apex predator of the continent. While bear attacks are not an everyday occurrence in Bashkortostan, they are not unheard of either. Over the past decade, several incidents have made local news, particularly during late summer, when people take to the forests to forage for berries and mushrooms. Just 2 years earlier, a beekeeper was mauled outside Beloretsk while tending to his hives. In response to such encounters, forest rangers have issued public safety announcements, urging caution during peak wildlife activity. These warnings are especially common in remote areas, such as Zilim Nature Park and other parts of the southern Ural foothills, where bear sightings are frequent. On this particular day, Asayeva had brought along a group of companions that included her concert director, Vadim Fatkhinurov. There was no indication that anyone in the group carried bear spray or a firearm. The excursion was intended to be a relaxing break from touring and city life, simple, spontaneous, and safe. No dogs were present, and none of the members appeared to have taken specific precautions against wildlife encounters. That may have been part of why the bear was able to approach without being detected. As the group chatted and laughed, a brown bear thundered from the grass atop a small nearby rise, immediately drawing the attention of everyone in the party. The bear ignored shrieks and screams as it bounded toward the campfire. The group of friends scattered a short distance, then amassed once again, only to scatter in panic. They knew they couldn't stay together, as the bear could injure or kill all of them if they did, but they also knew better than to run and draw the attention of the bear. Panic reined in logic, but the election was close. As the bear closed in, Vadim stepped forward to confront the bear. The concert director had his own list of responsibilities, but fighting a bear wasn't on that list. Vadim Fatkhinurov was either the slowest runner or the bravest person, as somehow he and the big bear tangled. During the struggle, severe injuries were inflicted on Vadim's flesh, particularly to his right shoulder and upper arm area. Deep bruises on his legs can be viewed on our Patreon account, as they would not pass YouTube guidelines. During the ruckus, the bear had had enough of the confusion and noise. It disappeared back into the grassy brush around the makeshift camp as quickly as it had come. Now safe from the bear, Asayeva and her group used their cell phones to contact emergency medics. Within a short time, an ambulance pulled into their location and began to treat Vadim's injuries. Bandages slowed his bleeding as the paramedics drove him to a hospital for additional treatment. The rest of the campers packed their personal items and prepared to go to the hospital to check on Vadim. Asayeva later posted a video to her social media that captured the tension just before things turned dangerous. The clip begins peacefully enough. The fire crackles in the background, while voices murmur off camera. Then a rustling sound rises from the brush. The camera shifts uncertainly toward the noise. Without warning, a large brown bear steps from the undergrowth, massive and alert. Off-screen, a woman screams, her voice rising in terror. The video cuts off mid-shout. I've linked to the video on our Patreon account, so you can check it out there. Asayeva thankfully was not injured. In a statement made later on her social media, she confirmed that the bear had entered their camp and caused injuries on one of her team members. She expressed gratitude that the outcome was not worse and thanked the emergency response teams who acted quickly. No carcasses were found in the area, and the animal's behavior suggests it was motivated by hunger rather than surprise or defense. There is no indication that the bear was defending cubs or guarding a food cache. Speaking of cubs, our Cub Tier membership on Patreon, linked below, will give you ad-free early access to episodes, pictures, and notes. And the $3 per month goes a long way in helping me continue to produce educational and entertaining content like this. Brown bears in this region have increasingly been spotted near human settlements, and authorities have expressed concern that a few may have become habituated to the smells and rewards of human activity. In such cases, pots of stew over an open fire can seem just as tempting as a fallen deer or a patch of berries. Later sources revealed that Vadim had arranged to have a captive bear released to surprise the campers as a prank. This explains his boldness in confronting it. Somehow, the bear swapped roles with the hero and attacked him, inflicting severe injuries. It just goes to show you that you can take the bear out of the wild, but you can't always take the wild out of the bear. Between 2020 and 2025, dozens of bear-related incidents have been covered by Russian media, some resulting in serious injuries or death. These encounters often take place in areas where humans and bears are drawn to the same resources: water, berries, fish, or food smells. As bear populations increase, changes in habitats occur, and bears may range farther than before in search of sustenance. After reviewing the facts surrounding this episode, I'm left with a few questions for you. Should Vadim amend his resume to include bodyguard or wildlife manager? Do you think Asayeva will write a song about a badly behaving brown bear? Which is a safer setting, the streets of the city or the tall grass of the forest? I still feel safer in the forest. I will gladly read and reply to your thoughts, so post them in the comments section below, and let's talk about it.
Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider clicking on the like button and clicking on the bell icon. We'll help you know when we post our new episodes. Posting our video links to your social media profiles furthers awareness, and it's fun. We slashed our prices in our merch store, linked below, so check out the bargains there while you shop. As a member of our human community, remember to adventure bravely and be careful out there, especially in bear country.